Do you know that Warren Buffett, the world's seventh richest man with a net worth of more than $128 billion, lives in a $31,500 house? Yes, he lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for a measly $31,500. Why? It's about his smart choices and a frugal lifestyle that has made him a billionaire. So, what's his secret? What mind-blowing habits allowed him to build an empire while living like an average Joe? In this video, we're cracking open Buffett's life, revealing frugal living habits anyone can adopt to save money, build wealth, and maybe even become the next billionaire in their pajamas. So without spending a second, let's get started with it. Number 7. Decent breakfast habit. Do you ever want to know what a breakfast for a billionaire looks like? A scene from a high-class brunch joint serving unlimited mimosas and eggs Benedict would come to mind. But hang on a second, because you should rethink that regarding Warren Buffett's daily ritual. Even at breakfast, Buffett doesn't exactly live it up, which goes against the stereotype that billionaires overspend. Because of his reputation for frugality and fast food, Buffett is not interested in hiring a personal chef to make gourmet French toast in the comfort of his house. According to CNBC, Buffett might start his day by driving to McDonald's. And what's on his breakfast menu? Well, it's not a grand feast. On days when he's feeling a bit extravagant, Buffett might indulge in a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwich. However, if the stock market isn't in the best shape, he's more likely to opt for the budget-friendly sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. And on those particularly challenging days, he might even assemble 2 sausage patties and wash it down with a self-poured Coke. But it's not just about the morning routine at home. When Buffett hits the road, don't expect him to dine at a fancy local restaurant, indulging in cholesterol-soaked bacon and eggs. Instead, his travel breakfast might just consist of a pack of Oreos. In a blog post, Buffett's close friend Bill Gates revealed that Buffett's eating habits are surprisingly reminiscent of a 6-year-old's preferences. Despite having the means to dine on the most exquisite dishes, Buffett sticks to the basics: hamburgers, ice cream, and of course Coke. Gates went on to say he did move past baby food, of course, but he mostly eats hamburgers, ice cream, and Coke. A look at Buffett's breakfast choices shows that he lives a simple and thrifty life, which supports the idea that having a lot of money doesn't always mean living a fancy life, not even when it comes to the most important meal of the day. Number 6. He never minded using coupons. Warren Buffett shows that everyone, even the super rich, can appreciate a good deal. In a letter from Bill and Melinda Gates in 2017, Bill shared a funny memory of traveling with Buffett. When they decided to grab lunch at McDonald's, Buffett paid using coupons. Bill even included a photo as proof, saying, "It reminded us how much you value a good deal." So whether you're a billionaire or just trying to save some money on your next purchase, take a cue from Buffett and keep an eye out for discounts. You might just find a great deal even on something as simple as a meal at McDonald's. Number 5. He's a great friend. Warren Buffett knows a thing or two about being a great friend, and it's not about grand gestures. His enduring friendship with Microsoft's bigwig, Bill Gates, is proof of that. On Buffett's 90th birthday, Gates shared on his blog what makes their friendship tick. He highlighted the simple yet powerful lesson Buffett taught him about what true friendship is. Buffett didn't win Gates' admiration through lavish gifts or expensive treats. It's all about how he treats people. Gates, in a blog post from 2016, shared some sweet examples of Buffett's kindness, like personally picking him up from the airport whenever Gates visits Buffett's hometown, frequent phone calls, and sending news clippings by mail that he thinks Gates and his wife would enjoy. Number 4. He worked in the same building for 50 years. Warren Buffett has kept things simple by working in the same office building for over 50 years, ever since he joined Berkshire Hathaway in the 1960s. In the HBO documentary Becoming Warren Buffett, he highlighted the uniqueness of their Omaha headquarters, stating, "We have 25 people in the office, and if you go back, it's the exact same 25. Berkshire doesn't follow the norm with committees, public relations departments, or investor relations. Buffett's philosophy is straightforward. If something works, there's no need to change it." Number 3. Buffett says no to designer suits. Warren Buffett isn't one for fancy designer suits. Instead, he chooses suits made by a talented Chinese seamstress named Madam Li, whom he met in 2007. In a 2017 interview with CNBC, Buffett shared that these suits fit him perfectly, and he receives compliments on how good he looks. The key lesson here is to go for quality that stands the test of time, rather than splurging on something just for the brand name. Number 2. Wise investments. Warren Buffett is a legend, and a big part of his success comes down to how he invests wisely and in assets that bring in the green, even when taking a nap. You might think you need a Wall Street suit and a boatload of cash to follow in his footsteps. But here's the cool thing. Buffett's strategy boils down to 2 key principles, which are pretty darn approachable. First up, invest in things that make you money while you sleep. Understand this by the example of having a lemonade stand that keeps selling even when taking a power nap. It is where cash-flowing assets come in. These are like little money machines that bring in a steady stream of income, like rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or even businesses Buffett acquires for his company, Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett's a big fan of dividends. Companies give their shareholders those little payouts. He gets paid just for owning a piece of the pie. No hustle is required. Second, think long-term, like really long-term. Buffett's not in it for the quick buck. He focuses on investments that will grow steadily over time. He famously said, "It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price." So instead of chasing hot trends, he looks for companies with strong fundamentals and a solid track record like Coca-Cola or Apple, companies that have been quenching thirst and innovating for decades. Now, don't get me wrong, investing always involves some risk. But by focusing on cash-flowing assets and long-term potential, you're stacking the odds in your favor. It's like building a sturdy lemonade stand with high-quality materials. It might cost a bit more upfront, but it'll weather the storms and keep serving up profits for years to come. Number 1. Buffett doesn't buy luxury cars. Even though Warren Buffett is very rich, he doesn't show off his wealth with flashy rides. Some CEOs like to drive around in million-dollar cars, but Buffett chooses to drive something a little less fancy. A BBC program about his daughter Susie Buffett says that the Oracle of Omaha is known for buying cars at low prices, usually ones that have been damaged by hail. After being expertly fixed, these cars become a normal part of Buffett's quiet life, hiding any signs of damage. His daughter humorously revealed, "You've got to understand, he keeps cars until I tell him this is getting embarrassing. Time for a new car." In an interview with Forbes in 2014, Buffett talked about how he buys cars and stressed that he only goes about 3,500 miles a year. It's clear that he takes a sensible approach to car ownership because he rarely needs a new car. It reminds us that cars lose value quickly, so it's wise to get a used one instead of a new one. The next time you're looking for a car, take a tip from Buffett and think about how a more modest choice could save you money in the long run. So, what lessons did you learn from Warren Buffett's frugal lifestyle? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.